Hi, this is Destiny from Destiny's Lair. Once again, taking you on a journey to some historic places that have a very rich history. I am standing at the Calvary Cemetery in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, and I want to show you this interesting grave that I've always been curious about. I never really knew the story until just recently on Facebook. They told the story, but I always thought that this was the most beautiful grave that I'd ever seen. And it's actually a very sad story. It's about this beautiful bride, this poor woman who spent the majority of her life being sick and sadly passed away shortly before her wedding. She's buried in her wedding dress. Her family had this beautiful monument made in her memory, and as you can see, it was done in her likelihood. It's probably what she looked like when she was alive. It's very, very sad. I'm guessing this might be her. I'm not 100% sure, but I know that she died shortly before her wedding, and her family's buried around here. And we've got more early graves. This is a very old cemetery. It's mainly Catholics are buried here, and I used to be Catholic. I probably always will be Catholic, but I don't really go to church anymore. But this is a very old and fascinating cemetery. As you can see, may they rest in peace. I'm making the sign of the cross. I don't like walking on graves, but as you can see, we have people who died very young here. And it is just a very well taken cemetery, but one that is very rich in history. Sometimes, unfortunately, they don't always have the best story. That's a very old tombstone. And there are probably lots more unique tombstones that I haven't explored, because this is a very big cemetery, but it's also the most fascinating one. And the memorial dedicated to the bride is what initially brought me here the most, because I always wanted to hear what her story was. And it's very sad. But there she is, one of the most beautiful memorials that I've ever seen. And apparently her name was Yolanda Gotti, and she died in October 1st, 1936. Very sad indeed, but very beautiful, though tragic, and just a beautiful cemetery filled full of history. So we are going to explore more unique cemeteries, more haunted places, and I am eventually going to get into some true crime. So thank you for tuning in today.